Hi, I'm Edna Landau, and I'm delighted to have this opportunity to spend a few minutes with Musical America's 2013 Instrumentalist of the Year, Wu Man. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to the pipa. I was going to say you are not a virtuoso, you are a virtuosa. I think that's the correct word. I understand that the instrument is about 2,000 years old, and one thing I'd love if you could clear up for me. Is it a lute, or is it a cousin of the lute? Because I have read both things, so I would kind of like to know even for myself.
Well, when people introduce, always say a lute-like instrument. So I think it is cousin or maybe ancestor from lute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I personally am incredibly thrilled that Musical America chose to give this award to you. I think it's true that they have generally given the award to someone who plays a traditional instrument like the piano or the violin or the cello. So this is really historic for Musical America, and it's no accident because you have single-handedly, I believe, brought this instrument to prominence in the Western world. A few years ago, you helped to curate a festival at Carnegie Hall called Ancient Paths, Modern Voices, a festival of Chinese music. And I think that that title applies to your own personal journey. Not only do you play an ancient instrument, but you collaborate with so many contemporary musicians and other artists like dancers and actors and visual artists. I think there's no area of the arts that you haven't found a way to put the pipa right in the middle. But what interests me is I know you've played quite a few concertos, one by Lou Harrison, the late Lou Harrison, which was written for you, and one by Tandon, and you recorded them, and you were nominated for Grammys for those recordings.
You know everything.
I know a lot. I know a lot. However, what really, really interests me is that I recently learned that you wrote your own concerto called Blue and Green, and that you will be performing it with the Knights early in the new year on tour. So tell us something about that piece and about its title.
Well, I love the color. I love green, I love blue, and I think that the color represents my emotional. And the green mostly in Chinese culture is kind of, the springtime. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything after winter, it's come up, it's coming again. So it's kind of life. And the original piece, green, was the little tune I heard my son, he sings at home. Mm-hmm. And he made up a little, very children kind of a song, and then I took that tune to play on my instrument.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so the concerto, which is with all the strings. And the blue, again, the sky, mm-hmm. to me, and the ocean. So a lot of picture in my mind I think it's also came from the tradition, the color, and to me it's very open, the blue, and kind of a slow, meditative. So I choose that a specific some kind of material from a southeast part of China, which is close to the Southeast Asia, a mountain song, and so also composed with the strings. Mm-hmm. So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
It's going to be great with them. They're so wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that tour.
That's fantastic. Yes. You're speaking about traditional music, and I know you've been absolutely passionate about introducing Western audiences to the authentic music of your Chinese rural villages. So I just want to, while you're speaking with us, I want to take a minute to ask you about your recent activities in that regard. I think you also recently produced a documentary.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, 2 days ago, I just came back from China. Mm. I'm still jet lagged right now.
I'd never have known, I'll tell you.
I was in a village in west part of China, which is the we call Xinjiang area, or Uyghur people lived there. And I'm looking for the opportunity to work with Uyghur musicians, Uyghur artists. And I did a CD which is called Borderlands. and worked with the Central Asian musician and the Uyghur musician. So the trip I went there, I was much closer to see them, to talk to them, and to learn from them. So that's when my passion. Also, the Central Asia culture is part of my pipa culture. It's kind of my instrument roots from Central Asia. So to me, also kind of back to see, to rediscovery. And my documentary film is concentrated on the center of China, northern part of China, which is very close to Mongolia, and folk music. The reason I did that because the Carnegie Hall Festival asked me to curate the program, and I was thinking what a kind of Chinese music I should introduce to American audience. What else American audience have not been heard? And I went back a couple of trips, 5-6 years, and specifically found the village, which is a very remote area. They're very lively Taoist music, which is the oldest Chinese religion, and they still alive, but in a very difficult situation. And also the other city, small village again, in the center, Xi'an, which is the old capital city in China. And I found incredibly shadow puppet music.
Wow.
Yeah, they all exist right now in a small, remote area, but in a very difficult situation. So I wanted to document that trip I visit, and to show the world, to show even to Chinese, to younger generation, say, see, we have that tradition. Don't let them die, just keep it.
So we have to be grateful to you for not only being a superb pipa player, but being a marvelous ethnomusicologist. So thank you so much for everything that you do, and thank you for finding time to speak with me. It's really a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
It's an honor.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.